Yeah, what's up out there? You can learn guitar land peeps. Today we're going to do the second part of practicing with beats. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a basic song right there. That's an old song, but I kind of tweaked it my own way. And practice them to different kind of beats. Get you used to playing with kicks and snares and hi-hats and all that kind of stuff, so you can kind of take your playing, if you're not in a band already, into that next realm of where, you know, playing guitar actually interfaces with other instruments and beats, what's actually going to keep the feel of the song and how you can kind of fit in and play along with the beat so it sounds tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple loops. I'm in GarageBand, just playing a couple beats that are already in there. I got see these little monitors behind me, a little breakout box. These little M-Audio AV40 monitors are awesome. They're really cheap. They sound great. They can plug right into your computer or into a little, you know, I have a Apogee 1 little breakout box that I can use to record with as well. So it's just a cool, compact little rig, and you can really have fun with it and start to play and turn up your amp and rock out. So let's give it a shot. All right, so I'm in standard pitch. What I'm going to do is when you go into GarageBand, you can there's a little eyeball looking thing in the right hand corner of the screen down in the bottom, and you click on that, and I'm in all drums tab, and it says rock and blues. And so when you open that up, it gives you tons and tons of different drum grooves to pick from. This particular groove is called bar band basic drums, and the tempo is 100 beats per minute. So let's hear what it sounds like by itself. Right, so what we're going to think about is playing along with the kick and the snare, and where we can accent in our rhythms and kind of fit in and make and establish a groove. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a song in E here, and I'm going to play E and D, and I'll go to B, you know, just take right out of the E major scale, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go, we're gonna try to fit into the groove here. Right, so what I'm doing is, as I'm playing along, you know, this mute, I'm keeping up with the hi-hat, right? And I'm playing off the hi-hat. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to accent on the kicks and on the snares, right? So we got... Right? So without the beat, I'm just basically going... Right, and I'm just varying the rhythm a little bit, but you know, there's sometimes when the kick will be right in a row, dum dum dum, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm playing out those kicks, and I'll go right, or right along with those kick drums and the beat, or I'll go. Right, now some of those accents will be on the snare, so here, let's check it out again. Now let's incorporate some other chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. right? So it's a very simple beat, but you start to get the idea of how to play off that beat. Now, obviously, when there's a bass and all the other instruments in there, it's good to be able to play with space and not always have to be playing. You know, you'll have a bass in there keeping down a rhythm and a melody line as well. So, you know, in instances like that, you can keep it more open. And I'll give you an example. Right? Right now, if the bass line were a busy bass line and doing more of those kind of right, and doing that sort of a thing, you can play with more space. Right? So the point is just practicing chords along with the beat. You know, we can pick a different group of chords. We can do like open E, D to A. Right, so right there, what I'm doing is I'm just letting those. I'm letting that hi-hat establish my picking notes. Right, and I'm playing. Right? So it's just finding a way to fall into that pocket, like I was saying in the lesson before. Finding that groove and playing around with that kick and the snare. You know, pick a really simple beat and just do something really simple to start with. Right? And then just try muting on all the hi-hat. So we got. Right, now add some accents. Let's try some single notes. Right, so that's a basic beat. Now let's find a different beat. Right, now the next beat I'm going to do is a little more complex. If you're in GarageBand, this is called Beachside Drum Set 20. Right, it's a little bit, it's not as fast as the last groove, but it's a busier beat. So let's listen to what the beat sounds like. Right, so I'm going to just pick something in A. You got a real busy beat, so you can really get in a lot of cool accents and stuff. right? So that's a basic. Right, so I'm incorporating accents, chords, single lines. Right, and you just speed it up. And I'm keeping a real good palm mute going to make it real percussive and really hit with those different beats of the, you know, the kick and the snare. So it's really like right syncopated with that beat. Right, so in that sort of a rhythm, you know, play around with the rhythm and then try throwing in some riffs. Right, or play lead over. Switching up the funk. Right, so you can hear me. I'm going in and out of the beat. I'm, you know, not always hitting it right on time. But the point is, as you practice that more and more, you'll start to really fall into that groove. And then when you start to go play with a band live through playing like that, right? Pick a well, you know, that's not a simple beat, but pick a beat and get the initial pattern down and, you know, get it tight. Right, and then, you know, start to incorporate single line stuff, you know, riffs. Right, and then as you play around with the beat and have that beat constantly going in the background, you'll start to hit that pocket to where when you go to play live, you're relaxed enough to where you can, you know, you have that beat and you're feeling the beat and you can mess around and improvise and do stuff that really ties the show together and makes a guitar player and a band sound good. You know, when you can really always nail that beat, it really starts to make a difference in sounding professional, right? So, you know, again, it's a complicated beat. It's not the easiest thing to play over. This is just one beat out of hundreds, right, that come with it. But, you know, I'll sit and I'll do something like this for 20 or 30 minutes. right? So I'll just try stuff, you know? I'm not always gonna land on the beat, but the more and more I practice and have that rhythm going, I can get back into it, right? Right, so I'm all over the place, but the point is you have that constant beat to get back into, and the more and more that you practice over that, you'll find yourself, it becoming easier and easier to stay in that loop, in that pocket, which is really important to develop as you progress as a musician. So anyways, that just gives you some ideas. It's not a total lesson on, play this exact thing, but it gives you an idea of something to start incorporating in your playing rather than just learning other people's songs. It really gives you a chance to create music, which is really what we need in this world, is more creative people out there. So anyways, give that a shot. Again, that's in GarageBand. It comes on every Apple computer. You just hit the little eyeball in the right-hand corner. All beats, whatever kind of music you want. There's all different kinds of music. There's jazz, there's fusion, there's hip-hop, trip-hop, hop-hop, whatever. And just pick a beat and let it inspire you. And then, take certain chords like A, E, D, and just mess around with all different types of beats and try to kind of fit into those kind of pockets. Pick a reggae, all that other stuff, and just kind of try to feel that beat. Pay attention to the kicks and the snares and all that other stuff, and before you know it, you'll be writing tunes. So check out Marty's other sites, Marty's Songs. You can learn guitar. I think he's got like 5 different channels. So, check out all the stuff, man. There's tons of cool lessons all over the place in those different YouTube channels. Lots of different things that'll help you establish and things you can try and playing chords and different kinds of chords that you can use over beats like this. So, avail yourself of all these free lessons, man. I can't tell you. I wish I had this stuff when I was growing up. It just makes a huge difference. So, watch less TV, play less video games, practice. You'll be shredding before you know it. Stay focused. All right, have a good one.